All right, guys, so this is the first day of the round of 32. We've gone through now 2 days of just craziness in the round of 64, which took place this past Thursday and Friday. And man, it only took 3 games for my bracket to get busted. I think that's a new record even for me. So pretty much at this point, I don't really care what happens. And so in my official bracket that I submitted for the last video, I had Baylor beating North Carolina, even though I'm a Tar Heels fan. It pained me to make that selection. But they're playing right now, and North Carolina has like a 14-point lead right now in the midway point through the second half. Normally, I would care about the result more so than fandom, like especially like if my bracket kept hitting and kept hitting. But since my bracket's pretty well busted, go Heels!
He pointed at Davis too and said specifically you. Get your spots, 2 hands up, not 1.
They're playing with 4 fouls as well, Allie. Thank you. Got 2 dead ball contact technical fouls and a flagrant 2, which resulted in the ejection of Brady Manick from North Carolina. Baylor on an 11-0 run since. Bullet pass inside. Styles scores it just before the shot clock expired. Nicky Black with a nice down.
Beautiful down that time by Black to get Styles inside. And again, the convergence on the defensive end of Carolina never allowed Akinjo to get a clean look at it.
What a great defensive play by Styles. He's giving something here. The freshman, the informed Manick. Remember, North Carolina, they have a very tight rotation. Their starters
In the backcourt.
How about the contrast of those 2 legendary coaches, Homer Drew and Roy Williams, versus the 2 that are on the floor right now, Scott Drew and Hubert Davis. Yeah, much different feeling.
Yeah. Once a coach, always a coach, man. You just, the nerves right now, that's why I'm sitting next to you, brother. I enjoy this one a lot better.
Tense, man. It's tense. Here we go. Neither team with a timeout remaining. 13 Carolina turnovers this half. One of those was a 5-second violation. If there's a tie-up, possession arrow belongs to Baylor.
The basket, come on.
Go!
Go! Drive!
So Davis 3-pointer is short. Baker puts it up, no, late, and we are headed for overtime.
Man, this is killing me.
2 days right there. So it's not tip, but the hand is hit.
So, North Carolina basketball, after they look at the review again, you can't go back and assess a foul in that situation. And they do put added seconds on the clock. 5.9 seconds left. Carolina will put it in. Baylor will try to get a quick foul. There's McCoy and the foul. That's going to be Akinjo's 5th foul.
Yeah.
And Akinjo, first team all Big 12 performer, will join Meyer and Thamba on the bench. Justin McCoy at the line for North Carolina. The Virginia transfer. And he knocks down the free throw. And now the reality is starting to set in here. So they get a 3-possession game with 3.9 seconds left. McCoy knocks it down. Carolina is going to survive. And the defending national champions, the Baylor Bears,
Woo! In order to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And we just beat the defending national champions. Woo!
is moving on.
Woo!
16 in Philadelphia.
So here's the latest addition to the Tar Heels files, is what I'm calling this series of videos for March Madness. UCLA and North Carolina are playing in the Sweet 16 right now. And we are at the 11-minute mark in the first half. So 9 minutes have gone off in the first half so far. Score is 18-14 in favor of UCLA, unfortunately, at this point. But here's the crazy thing. Other than, a few turnovers, this game's been really clean and really fast. There hasn't been a single foul yet. That is incredible to me. I don't think I've ever watched any basketball game where this much time has gone off the clock, and there's only been a couple times that the whistle is blown, and it's because the ball went out of bounds. I mean, that is just absolutely incredible. I don't think either coach has called a timeout yet. And yeah, nobody's gone to the free throw line. Nobody's even committed a foul. I mean, this is just insane. And this game's going to be at halftime in like another 15 minutes at this rate. So, just checking in here. But man, this tournament has been insane. St. Peter's just beat Purdue earlier to advance to the Elite Eight. I mean, go Peacocks at this point. I mean, my bracket got busted in the third game of this tournament, so I really don't care at this point. I'm just here for the madness. But here's what would be mad. Okay, I remember doing research on this a couple years ago. North Carolina and Duke have never played each other, played against each other in the NCAA tournament. They have only met in the NIT once. And you know who won that particular matchup back in, I think it was like 1971? You guessed it. So at this point, I mean, that would be, oh my gosh, like how crazy would that be? Coach K in his final season going against Hubert Davis as a first-year head coach for the North Carolina Tar Heels, longtime assistant for them, and once a player for them back in the day, in what could possibly be Coach K's final tournament game. And, I mean, we already spoiled Duke's senior night and Coach K's final game at Cameron Indoor Stadium on the Duke campus. So why not spoil his final tournament too? So let's see how the rest of this game goes, though. Then we can see how the rest of this tournament goes. But this has just been insane today. So I'll come at you guys in a little bit.
Marquez, ball fake. He got Manic to commit and then lead, and he gets to the free throw line.
That should have been an offensive foul for leaning in.
With the basketball. Just has a great feel. Yep. Tournament summary. On National Peacock Day, the Peacocks advanced to the Elite Eight, first 15 seed to ever accomplish that. Number 1 seed Kansas defeats Providence 66-61, 23rd Elite Eight appearance in school history. UCLA is the only remaining Pac-12 school. Jaquez at 77% at the line, changes here as Puff Johnson, the younger brother of Ham Johnson, will check in. Baycott checks in as well for North Carolina. We send it over to Jamie.
Well, Baycott was getting treatment on his low back on the bench over here. He looked stiff as he walked around. They did a couple different massage treatments. He sat on a pad on the seat, which are already padded seats, to be honest. So obviously something's uncomfortable for him. Just something to keep an eye on.
And we will. 4 points, 5 rebounds. You have that machine? You own it? I have the smaller version of that. Oh, that's good to know. And I'm telling you.
Hey, that's fair. You missed 2 free throws that you didn't deserve in the first place.
Miles Johnson back
Bum.
in. Jake Kyman, the junior. We'll see his first action of the night.
Take it.
Out front with Davis. Davis got that crossover move. High one.
Brady Manic is a madman.
Did you happen to notice when Davis shot that ball? It kind of looked like Manic ran into him a little bit, took a shot to push him back, but that didn't keep him off the offensive glass. Fear the beard. Wow. With 7.8 on the clock. 17 foul. So 1-1 here for the sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri. First time to the line tonight.
If he misses this two with a 3-point game, Hubert Davis believes in fouling in the backcourt.
He has been a love machine. 70-66, North Carolina, 29 points. He can make this a 5-point game. And does. 5 seconds. Campbell gives it up. Jaquez hoists. Off the mark.
Yes! We're going to the Elite Eight!
They are active on that defensive end. Nice cut. Look at that. Nothing there. Nothing there. Great read. Tore down the middle. Pull up. Oh, makes it home. Great read. And right there, my old teammate, Greg Kubek, celebrating, but Ford making the right read there. A little off balance on that. Greg Kubek, part of the history books. He was the first player to ever play in 4 consecutive Final Fours. Amude. Which way is this going? That against Pancaro. Right here, attacking the bigs of Arkansas. Wendell Moore. Nice read. Great touch. Got a game. 2 guys for Arkansas with 4 fouls. Tony and Note. See if Roach in particular tries to attack when he gets the ball. Now this has been the key move, I think. Get Roach off the ball so you don't have Note or others. Davis is a great defender too. And you'll let him get it at the end of it, but Barrow doesn't go. Rip it again. How about that? Is that shot again? He missed it. Didn't think, just let it fly. Right just over at 16. Reed. Roach balls on top of him. Number 3, I believe. They clear out a whole side, and Bancaro has room to operate. Tony tried to stunt. That's what Griffin can do. He has a quick little jab step, freezes the defender, and a quick release on that 3. And back to that 2-3. He'll check it the hand away. He'll try to get it back, and he does. Double dribble there, sure looks like it. Yeah, that move. And then the give up. No take. He's going to take that. Good thing clock. Under 6. Like this set with both bigs up high, the horn set. Look at the strength of this kid. Now outside. Show your love for your favorite NCAA team. Officially licensed fan gear. The best selection of team apparel and accessories. Just go to ncaa.com/shop.